responding to a question on whether or not all Quad partners are in sync with India's historic relationship with Russia, the U.S. State Department spokesperson Ned Price has said that we are a partner of India when it comes to shared interests. Now, what we also understand is that he was taking questions also on whether the Biden administration has made up a decision or whether to apply or waive sanctions against under CAATSA vis-a-vis the S-400. Let's listen into that reaction first. In particular, to CAATSA, vis-a-vis the S-400, which India is going to be getting from Russia, the U.S. State Department spokesperson said that he does not have any updates, and the U.S. continues to work with Congress and Indian partners in terms of India's place in Quad, in terms of India's relationship with Quad members. He went on to say that all Quad partners are in sync with India's historic ties, going on to say we are a partner of India, and when it comes to shared interests, when it comes to values, we share a free and open Indo-Pacific. So historical relationships notwithstanding, we are a partner of choice for India as of now. So that's the comment that has just come in from Ned Price. Remember, there have been questions raised by the US over India's neutral stand over Russia, and we've also seen a lot of questions being raised about why India is continuing to import oil and natural gas from Russia.
Now, viewers, reigniting the entire debate of the Russian oil, the US President Joe Biden has stated that apart from the rest of the Quad members, India has been somewhat shaky in showing their aggression with respect to the Western sanctions that have been levied on Russia as well. He has stated, in fact, that Japan has been a close aid for them, and along with Australia as well, when it comes to the sanctions that have been levied against Russia by the Western countries. Let's take a look as to what President Joe Biden had to really say about India's role in the Ukrainian crisis as well.
In the Pacific, the Quad is, with the possible exception of India being somewhat shaky on some of this, but Japan has been extremely strong, so has Australia, in terms of dealing with Putin's aggression. We presented a united front throughout NATO and the Pacific, and you did a hell of a lot to help us impose sanctions and incur costs, real cost on the Russian economy. And we're seeing now that it mattered. It was really important what you all.
Brigadier Rajan Jamal continues to stay with us on the broadcast. Brigadier, what do you make of these statements that have been now made by the US President Joe Biden with respect to India being shaky when it comes to the Western sanctions that have been levied against Russia?
When he says shaky, he actually means we are not exactly doing what they want. And why should we? I mean, we are a sovereign country, and our nation should look after its interests. I mean, when has exactly till now America looked after our interests? So today we got actually nothing to do with the Ukraine-Russia war. Why should we pick sides? Why should we pick sides? Our armaments come from Russia. Our defense preparedness gets hit. I mean, the US will not compensate us. So why should we get into that? Why should we do US bidding in the first place? So whatever, Joe Biden may feel, that could be emotions. I don't think so. It will have any effect on what India does, and neither it should have. India should do what it does. It is best for its own country, its own nation. So I think we are on the absolutely correct lines. This is alignment is that there is a global realignment taking place, and of course, the Americans are not liking it. The petrodollars are going out of the window. A lot of other things, alternatives to SWIFT coming up. They're just not liking it. You don't like it, too bad, but there's nothing you're going to do about it. So I think things are going good for us.
Well, absolutely, Brigadier. Now we also see this kind of strong arming that the US President also doing with his statements, trying to get India to also pick a side. As you're very rightly mentioning, stay on with us. we are tracking some more details, some more developments from Ukraine now. Here, in fact, is a video posted by the Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov on the presence of the Chechen fighters in the encircled Ukrainian city of Mariupol. Remember, viewers, now Chechen fighters had been also sent in on the ground to fight in the Russian aggression in Ukraine as well. And now let's take a look as to what Ramnav had actually got to say about the entire invasion.